Okay, take three. Welcome, Epic Gamers. I don't know when I'll be able to spray prime miniatures in a while, but I have built a shit ton of minis. Some of them supposed to be Martian of some kind, some of them vehicles, some of them mounts, some of them all of the above or part of the above. Anyways, so we'll start with these guys I kit bashed. Very big mix of parts. You've got GW, you got Frostgrave, you got Wargames Atlantic Aztecs, you've got uh, pardon me, the torso of a World of Warcraft board game, Orc Lady. You've got the torso of a Magic the Gathering board game mini with the head of a you know oh no, a different Warcraft mini, a Necromancer, I think. Um, these will make good sort of Martian bastards. I think the lady in the middle I might paint up as a blue-skinned Venusian instead of a Martian. That doesn't necessarily mean anything to me or you, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Move this in there. See that better? Yes, kind of. Well, there we go. Yeah, again, none of these guys have been painted for a variety of reasons. They haven't even been primed, so these will eventually be sprayed all one color and then worked on from there. Probably I'll use a lot of speed paints because they're fun. It's really hard to see. The guy on the right with the Aztec head and the Tau knife, he is going to be a rich plutocrat, like a merchant nobleman from the great city of Morrow from Pathfinder's version of Mars. In my setting, he's the descendant of prehistoric space Aztec. Not like they came from space, but like they went to space. Space age Aztec, prehistory people who went to Mars somehow. His body is a Reaper, many of some pulp professor or something like that. Yeah. So that's the small guys. Now we'll get to the big guys. We'll start with this. So another update. I finally got back to playing D&D. I had a solo session with my cousin, and in it he used this buggy that he managed to steal from some Martian cartel members. And I've decided to further modify it, make it look better, because I had basically built what he used of this the night before. So I used a bunch of sludge crap, basically baking powder mixed with a little bit of model sand and a little bit of paint and a little bit of PVA glue, kind of mixing all of that together with some paint, and again, this will still be repainted. But the idea here is it's junky. There's some 3D printed shields from I think it's a free STL of a Chaos Mammoth that I bought for real cheap off of Etsy. But the idea of this vehicle is it's kind of a biofuel buggy. In other words, its fuel is just anything organic, so you can just like toss a baby in it and it'll fuel it. It'll burn up the baby. But you could do that if you're evil. And he was playing a vampire bounty hunter. He kind of described the guy as like a mix between Spike Spiegel and Cowboy Bebop and Alucard from Hellsing. So I was like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, he's got spears and a shield tied up back there. Greek shield, a lot of shields on the side, just for decoration. The idea that whoever's using this is collecting trophies, and at the head you can see where the biofuel goes into this big funnel, and tied around that is, some dinosaur parts, I think. So someone's been collecting life to throw in there. You can see the inside. I chopped up the seats because it made it harder to get a Mini to sit there. Once I paint it up, I think those will be kind of Han Solo-esque Millennium Falcon, storage containers. Not that they'll actually put stuff in there. But basically, this is made up of a whole bunch of shit, stuff that I salvaged from, random junk around the house. The base of it is a cheap-ass toy car that I thought I bought a lot of because they would be good size for D&D. A lot of hot glue, a lot of little bits and bobs. Oops. Sorry about that. A lot of, pieces out of containers and other broken parts of other toy cars, stuff from different kits. These sort of spears on the back and the shield are from various kits that, for whatever reason, here, I'm going to move this backwards. That's no big deal, because it's a book. A lot of different pieces gathered from different things. The basic motor here thing is actually it's from a Warcraft mini. It was cut off of the back of a Goblin mech rider. Different, just using whatever I had, really. It's a complete abomination. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Once it's all sealed up, I think it'll be pretty good. Yeah. So that's the smallest vehicle so far. Here's the, actually this might be the smallest vehicle, I'm not sure. Now this actually has riders in it already, so it's, but it's a speeder bike that I built out of different parts of cars and other shit. While I was disassembling toy cars, hold this closer. While I was disassembling toy cars to build some vehicles that might work for sci-fi and stuff, I saw this kind of frame come out of one of the toy cars, and I was like, ooh, this would be great for a speeder, It just kind of called out to me. The lady on the right is a Reaper Pulp Sniper lady. Guy on the left is a Caesar's miniature Rat Man, like fake Skaven. On the back, you can see a bunch of parts of a circuit board that I took off from one of the interiors of another toy car. They'll serve as good, barrels or whatever, sci-fi barrels. The anchor is some old metal Reaper thing I got for real cheap. I used to think it was a crossbow, but now it's an anchor. I'm pretty happy with this. It's pretty simple, but again, once it's painted up, it'll look way better. Yeah, definitely gonna have fun painting that, but I don't know when I'll be able to prime all of this stuff. I tried to reposition the Reaper lady's legs. I didn't do a good job. The underside. You can see on one side of that fake glass, that plastic fake glass, that serial number there, but it's so hidden. It's hidden underneath all that. It's not a big deal. There was some of that on the interior of here, but I scraped it off. You can see there's a little bit of a scrape mark there, and yeah, there was serial number there, but no longer. So those are the small vehicles. Now we'll get to the one thing that I actually built a while ago and just kind of finished recently, at least in terms of building. It's like a junker UFO, more of a flying saucer than a the Vimana I made before. Although I started it thinking I could make a Vimana out of a Wendy's cup when my friend's dad ordered us Wendy's. Let me see if there's even enough room. Okay. So maybe I just move this. Move that guy. He's a spoiler. It's good. Good. Oh, that's fine. So he's got a lot of fake cloth that I've wrapped around the bottom to hide the fact that his base is like a bit of an oversized. What was it? It was like an oversized crow's nest for a pirate ship that I had to replace because it was just too big. The beads on him, they're not beads. They're like little fake gemstones. You know, those stayed on. The ones that I glued inside did not, though. I don't even remember where this plastic door thing came from, but this platform came from one of those things in a pizza that you get, those little table-looking things. I always keep those. Just reposition the legs. Stuff from fake cars also chopped off on here. You know, this is. It wouldn't be hard to tell that this is made out of spray bottle stuff and a glue gun top, but it'll look fine. And then the interior, kind of hard to see, but finally glued in with, at the time, very limited. With limited super glue, I glued the inner door inside. When I realized, oh, I need that. There is a another little circular bead there where you actually control the thing, and then this is like the engine. So there's a better way to get a look at the inner gem. You can kind of see it like that. What about this? Yeah, that's sort of better. Yeah, there you go. Again, all of this is going to get repainted, but it'll end up looking pretty decent. You know, I'm not a great model builder, but I do have a lot of fun with it. I was really in the mood for pack beasts and mounted beasts and stuff you can just plop a guy onto. So this is a toy lizard thing, dragon or something with tentacle hair that my late neighbor gave me. Unfortunately, she's passed away. But I've put a platform on it, you know, so guys can get on it. You can see the part of the armor of a old childhood Pirates of the Caribbean Chinese pirate guy's armor around his neck. It's a little frill thing, like a little neck dress thing. Again, he's covered in some cloth, really paper towel that I wired down with PVA glue and stuff. A lot of, you know, some bases that I probably shouldn't use for this, but that's fine. More shields from the 3D printed Mammoth I ordered. You know, he's not much to look at yet. You know, some Kinder Egg stuff underneath. But yeah, I really gonna have fun painting this guy up. I think he'll make a good generic lizard mount. Speaking of generic mounts, we've got this elephant that okay, we need to actually, well, we probably will for the other guy too, so I'm going to reposition just this one time, and the video is almost over anyways. Just got two more guys to show off. Oops, let me make sure that it's steady. Okay, so I bought a gajillion plastic toy elephants that are like pretty much D&D sized at Walmart several years ago because my local one had them in clearance and they were like $1, and I would buy every single one of them that they had like 2 or 3 times that I went there, and they kept restocking them and I kept fucking buying them. So I have like over, I think at least 8 if I had to guess. I would guess at least 8. But you know, I've wanted to do something with them, make them into mounts. And I've started with this one. This guy already had a paint job from me years ago, but sorry, I'm just trying to, okay, that's pretty steady. Yeah, so I sculpted a green stuff, fucking kind of saddle thing underneath. It's pretty much dry. you know, put a, can't really tell too much, but a Pringles can underneath to kind of give it like a base. Um, you know, colored him in, you know, kind of, didn't color him, sorry. Covered him in a lot of cloth. The thing around his head will be kind of a headdress thing. He's got a little bit of a, I don't know if this was a Magic the Gathering mini, I think it was, but I was going to turn that into like kind of a Peter Jackson Herodrum thing on his head, and I'm like, it fits here. You know, and, you know, more of the saddle on the back. Very simple figure, and also more of the Pirates of the Caribbean figure here. This is like a East Asian looking, kind of, I think, oh no, okay. So this is like a little bit of a crotch guard on one of the pirates. This is like the loincloth. But then, if you look closely at his forehead, he has another part of the Chinese pirate guy from, I think, the third movie, which is like a little like East Asian demon-looking face, right? And I really like that. So that's going to get painted up pretty fancy if I can manage. So yeah, really happy with that guy. And then finally, the guy that I already spoiled. This is another figure I think my neighbor got me, although I might have bought this at Goodwill at some point. But I think my neighbor got this for me before she died, so thanks to her for giving me this, in case it is correct that she did. This guy makes a huge platform for like a bajillion guys to sit on. But basically, very, very big, Triceratops. You can see here's the Magic the Gathering guy, lady next to her. This Triceratops. It's fucking huge. And I've decorated the platform with all sorts of trophies of dead people and like weapons. You know, you've got some Warcraft Night Elf head. You've got a shield. There's a lot of shields on here. You've got somebody's hand still holding an axe. You've got a wolf's head. You've got someone's head that got all fucked up and stapled there. Greek shield, which is probably going to tie into a specific piece of ufology on Mars that I've stolen from Latin American ufologists. Here's something depressing. You've got a giant dog's head and a tiger's head, so that's depressing. You've got a robo shield tied there, you know, from a Star Wars figure, Star Wars Dark Trooper. You got an old Mega Bloks dragon-headed shield, if you can see that, upside down. You got a snake shield, you got wings, you got a Warcraft troll's head just dangling from the back. You've got a Lego shield that's going to get repainted. And then you got more in the front, you know, you got another Lego shield. You've got the hair piece from a Game of Thrones figure I had years ago and a couple more wings. And, you know, he's just going to be real basic, but I tried to fill him out with, you know, at least a little bit of detail, make him not terribly boring. And once I paint him up, I think he'll look pretty dang good. He's already got a pretty good face. And then, yeah, you can see he can fit a lot of guys. Let me see how many. Well, I don't have enough guys here to fit. Well, I do, but I'm not going to bother. Okay, see ya.